Casio's new Honda racing watch? Let's check it out. I don't know if it's about timing laps or something, but people who are into car racing are also generally really into watches. And that's why it totally makes sense that the Casio Edifice line has partnered with Honda Racing for their new EFS-560HR-1A Honda Racing watch. That's what's in this box. And I've looked at a lot of Casio Edifice watches and I ain't never seen one that had such a cool box. This is a really interesting package. So you pull it out and you have this gift box. It's really nice. And you open this and sitting inside is the really cool watch. Now, I know what you want, so let's start with a close-up. Here's the face of the EFS-560HR-1A. Got to come up with another name for that. Let's just call it the Honda Racing watch, right? So it is black, but it has these great red highlights, and you can see on the back of the strap that it's red. And of course, black and red are the colors of the Honda Racing team. And let me tell you something about it. And while I'm talking, let's have a nice tight close-up of the actual face itself. So it features a black Cordura band with the metal Honda strap keeper on it, and carbon fiber dial. It's supposed to look like a road surface if you look closely at it. And the gold lettering on Edifice is in honor of the 20th anniversary of the Edifice line. It has a sapphire crystal, it's 100 meters water resistant and solar powered. So it also has a date display and accuracy, well, plus or minus 20 seconds a month. So that's about what, 2 minutes a year accuracy? Not super hard to adjust it, but that's pretty good, right? And in terms of the size across the front, it is a 40 millimeter without the crown, add the crown, and it's a 47 millimeter face. And it is a standard size band, though it is not a standard connection, so you probably are going to get to just have this band if you want to have this watch. But honestly, look, like it says Honda Racing right there on the band. It's very cool. So there's a lot to like about this, and I know one of the things Casio is excited about, I'm not sure why, but it also says Honda Racing on the back. So honestly, this would be a great watch for Honda to give people that just bought one of their fancy high-end vehicles or maybe joined their racing team. But you don't have to be a race car driver and you don't have to be investing a lot of money to get this really slick watch. Now, I have a lot of Edifice watches, and this one is very much one of my favorites. It's a little bit different because of the band. So when you put it on, you do have to adjust it, and you know, it's just the holes on the band. So if it's not exactly the right one, then you just have to sort of cope with that. But once you put it on, this is a very smart looking watch, and I will just be honest that when I was wearing it yesterday and my son looked at it, my 21-year-old son, he looked at it and he said, "You don't really want to keep that, do you? You wouldn't mind if you just gave it to me, right?" So that's up for debate. That's a whole nother topic. But suffice to say, this is a very cool looking watch, and the more you know about car racing and the more you know about Team Honda, the more this is really fun to have that black and red color scheme and everything. So, really great watch, definitely one to check out. And I will say I learned one more thing because I actually read the instructions when I got this watch. And with a lot of these watches, you know, you unscrew the crown and you pull it out to 2 detents and then you adjust the time. I never realized that if you just pull it out to 1, then you can actually adjust the date really, really quickly. So that is super handy to know, because prior to that, I was just doing 24 hours forward and the next day, 24 hours forward the next day, 24 hours. I mean, it's just super tedious, right? So knowing that there's a more easy and convenient way to adjust the date so you get the right day is actually really handy, especially since we have such a crazy inconsistent calendar. So it's going to think every month is 31 days, and most of them don't. So that is worth knowing. Now, overall, big fan, really nice, really cool watch. Little on the spendy side for the Casio Edifice line, but before I get to the price, let me just ask if you can give me some feedback. Give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment with what you wish I would have shown more of, or maybe showed too much of. And of course, always happy to have you subscribe to my channel and really appreciate when you do so. Cool. All right, well, this is the Casio Edifice EFS-560HR-1A Honda racing watch, and it will set you back $400 at shop.casio.com, and it's totally worth it. It's a great addition to any watch collector's lineup, and if you're into cars and car racing, this will get a lot of attention at the track or at your next car club meeting. So definitely worth checking out. And with that, I'm putting this back on my wrist, and I'm going to do some time trials on my new Hellcat. Well, actually, I do have a Hellcat in the driveway, but it's an entirely different subject. But suffice to say, I will catch you in my next video.